What's up, everybody? Welcome to Copper Kettle Farms live on the YouTube. I see Skinner Farms is in here. Matt's in here. Welcome, welcome. Donald actually might hop in here for a second. He's about to leave for work, but he is checking the mail real quick, and then he might come in and say hi. Mostly to Skinner, but of course to Matt too. So you guys can hear me okay, right? I'm kind of putting everything together last minute. We just got done playing cards with Dad, so thanks. Yeah, this, I mean, obviously you can see it's still under construction. The next thing is the insulation. There he is. You want to say hi while we're live?
Hey.
Well, I mean, like, do you want to say hi to Skinner? Put your face in here.
I can't. Hey.
There you are.
Hey.
Skinner.
Hey, people.
Yeah, he says my side piece better stop in.
That's what I'm doing. Hey. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. See, there you are.
I thought there's binders.
Okay, you can go to work now.
Yeah.
Because you're hovering and it's weird. Take a soda with you. They're in the fridge.
I don't need your mouth.
Yes, you do. Sweeney's Creek Farm. Hello, hello. Sweeney's Creek says, have a great day at work, mate.
I will. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm just going to go and herd some turds.
He's going to herd some turds. He's not herding cows. He's herding turds at the wastewater plant. So there you go.
Make sure you guys drop a deuce for me. Peace.
Go to work. So, yes, Donald is still working midnight shift, sadly. So he is not on the live. And that's why it's Where's Donald? But what time is it? 9:03. So I guess I could give people a few more minutes. We did not go live last week. Honestly, he was working. I had so much work to do. Haven't put out a video in quite a few weeks, but I did start one. So that's I'm making Ride That Chocolate River. Y'all are gross. I'm just saying, y'all are gross. Actually, I could put my blue light glasses on. Oh, you can see my screen, sort of. I should have another calf on the ground soon. Oh, that's exciting. Are you going to live stream that? I know Big Bear usually live streams their calf births. That's surprisingly hard to say. Stringfield Ridge, welcome, welcome. One of our channel members. Don't forget to check them out. Actually, that's one of the things I meant to do today. Stringfield, I want to add all my channel members to the descriptions for right now. And then also I have an herbal magazine to upload for you guys. So I will put that in the community tab tomorrow with a link. So you guys will have it for one of your member downloads this month. So it's the Essential Herbals Magazine latest issue. So I'll send that up to you guys. And then I need to get everybody's emails to put together the newsletter for you guys. But I will, I've got all of you on Facebook that are members, so I'll just ping you there. But I do want to add all of my members to the descriptions. But since I don't have that available, I'll go ahead and... Oh, you didn't know she was bred? So this is a surprise calf. So this is Stringfield Ridge. Check them out. One of my channel members. Well, surprise calves are kind of cool though, right? So Donald, just to give updates, because I mean, there's been a lot going on. And I do have a vlog coming out, but we didn't really record all this other stuff that's going on. Donald has had 2 interviews for 2 different locations. When are you going to insulate that office? I know, right? I need to. I think it's like $2,000 to insulate it. So I'm like, I don't know. I need to, though. I will say, though, in February when I was in here and it was like this, that if I had 2 heaters running, it was okay. I mean, I would probably still have to wear like finger gloves or something for typing, but it was tolerable. So I think I've got time. It doesn't get extremely cold up this way until like January. But yes, Donald had 2 interviews. He did have an interview at the Gettysburg plant. He's got one over in York, Pennsylvania as well. That one seems really interested. The Gettysburg plant, I don't understand. Their application process closed May 24th. So he applied before May 24th. He got an interview the beginning of August is when they started interviewing. May to August. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And here it is September, and they called him back for the tour, second interview. So I don't know when they're going to call him for the actual position, if they even offer it. I don't know. So he didn't get a second tour last time he applied, so that's a good sign, I think. I also haven't been at anybody's lives in a while, so I have no idea what's going on with everybody else either, which I feel bad about, but life got extremely busy. I don't know if you guys saw, and actually I might upload it to the channel. Well, maybe not this channel, but I actually got to be on, if you guys know who 𝙬𝙧𝙙𝙧 is, I got to be on his live last week. He was talking to me about NFTs, which I'm not going to get into here because last time I talked about NFTs in the homesteading community, I got shut out of a community. So people don't like that discussion here, so I don't want to have it on my channel. I wish I could, though, because I've been doing really well in that whole community, but I'm not willing to alienate people that really just don't care. So there's that. Am I putting a wood stove in here? No. I have, if you can see the TV, what that's sitting on is one of those electric fireplaces. So that looks like a stove. And that's what I wanted. I wanted that whole ambiance and that whole wall back there. I'm going to put faux stone. I was going to do like a, what do you call that stuff? Like the tile squares of stone, but it's so expensive. So I think I'm just going to do like a stone wallpaper. And then you can see, I can see where I'm pointing right there. And there are 2 electrical hookups. I'm going to have actual wall sconces over there. So that's going to be kind of like my medieval wall back there. Because that's the one we look at when we watch TV together. Because we watch most of our TV down here now because a lot of times Dad's watching Westerns, which I like Westerns, but I don't want to watch them all day. So drops, it says, it's government, lots of interviews, and they're waiting for the funding. Yeah, and it is local government, so who knows really what's going on there. Drop says, I wish more preppers and homesteaders would think about their finances. I think a lot of them would really overlook it. Yeah, I think a lot of them really have an aversion to crypto, though, like digital currency, because it's not tangible. You don't necessarily have, not that you have control over the dollar in general, but it's a very foreign world. Now, I will say, I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet. You guys are the first ones I've mentioned this to publicly. I am working on a book that I might actually be able to upload the photo for it. So I'm writing a book, and I'm hoping it'll be done the initial draft next week. That's about introducing new people to the NFTs. Not necessarily crypto, although we'll have crypto stuff in it. But I've been involved in 𝙬𝙧𝙙𝙧's NFT for so long now. I say so long. It's been like 4 months or 5 months or something. But I've seen so many people get scammed because people just don't know what they're doing. And some of it's obvious. Like, I don't understand how they fell for it. But like, you guys know that, yeah, and I have some Cardano too. You guys know that when someone sends you a bad link or an email from someone you don't know that has a link in it, you don't click it. Well, it's the same with any other like Discord or Messenger. When people, you guys have gotten those Messenger, someone sends you a Messenger, they got hacked. It's got some weird link in it or some video that says, oh, look what you did. And it's a scam link. Like that mentality still exists in the crypto world, but people still fall for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think in crypto, people just get too overly excited about what's going on. They don't really hold themselves to the same security standards as they do in Facebook or email or something. So we have a couple of those. They help. Couple of those. Are you talking about the stove thingy over there? Yeah, over there. Yeah, Cardano did well. Ethereum is doing really well. Every 2 weeks cleaning up his laptop. Yeah. See, my dad's 71 years old. My dad has never once been on a computer, not a day in his life, not even touched a computer. Did you guys hear that? Someone setting off fireworks. It scared me for a second because it sounded like guns, but it's fireworks. Oh, it is Labor Day. You know, I don't even know what holidays it is anymore, to be quite honest. So, but my dad, I feel like if he got into any kind of computer, like I have an email set up for him to sign up for things if we need to or whatever. But man, I feel like he'd be clicking everything. So I'm glad he's not on email. Bought a little silver because I don't completely understand. And silver and gold, I think, is still very tangible things to invest in. So I have no issues with that at all. Crypto is very scary for a lot of people because it's so new. But again, that's why I'm writing this book. And I think I'm going to have it just be free. Just give it out to people, just to save people from losing money, you know. And honestly, the biggest thing that and even investing in silver or gold or something, the biggest rule of thumb is just don't put any money in that you can't lose. Put $100 in. It's $100 that you can live without because you could lose it. Stocks can go up, stocks can go down. That would be my number one rule anyway. There's a bunch of others, but so yes, Donald, we think we'll have a new job this month, which is exciting. It's exciting for a couple different things. One, they're about to bring back someone that left the plant that was extremely toxic, which we're not looking forward to. He'll get out of that toxic environment in general, which both of these plants that he's looking at, none of them do midnight shift. So he'll be back on the lives. They both should be pay increases. We're not sure about the Gettysburg one. I do think the other one in York will be. The York one's a little bit further away, not by much. The Gettysburg one is like half a mile down the street. And he's got so much vacation time saved up because he just doesn't ever take vacation. And now he can't take vacation. We'll get like $7,000 of pay for his vacation. So then, now it's not that crazy ex-boss. It's one that, how did that go? I mean, there's been so much drama there. It's one that it was this guy that was made an operator and then left because people were filing complaints because he was throwing people under the bus. And now he's coming back to be the superintendent. So we're not looking forward to that. The only issue is Donald, because he's a management position now, he can't give 2 weeks notice. He has to give a month. So he may have a job offer this month, but he won't be able to officially quit until a month from whatever day he gets the offer and gives his month notice. So there's that. Not looking forward to that. Sophie will explode when they get that bank charter and a PayPal buys them. I don't know that one. Right now we have a tiny bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, ADA, a little bit of Doge. We did really well with Doge. I think we made $1,000 on Doge. Well, we sold it when it was high. And then once it went back down, we put a little bit more in, but it's only like $50. So it's like 300 shares or something. We also put a lot of money into stuff, the stuff plant. See, that's something that Jason over at Big Bear also mentions. And actually, I probably should mention on Marco that I'm on. But Jason from Big Bear, when we were getting the stimulus checks, he's like, I'm going to invest in infrastructure for my farm, or things that, like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Things that will do well. If you invest in lumber or something, these are things that do well and that you could resell or are of value to your farm. So there's that. One of the things I would love to invest in here, like obviously we're investing in things like cattle panels, things like that. But I also want to invest in getting a hand pump for our well. Let me jump on here. Just let folks know that we're live really quick in case they want to hop on. There we go. Because if the electricity goes out, I can still get water out of the stream out back, but I'd rather get it out of my well as much as possible. So, I think they're like $600 or $800. The ones that I was looking at from Layman's anyway. But I would really like to get a hand pump for our well, a Berkey water filter, and then we're good on heat, and I can cook on the wood stove. That would cover our water. And I definitely need to get some more. I have some oil lamps. Matt's the only one here that's been over our house before, but he's seen some of our oil lamps. Get some oil and some wicks for light. What else am I missing, guys? I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the essentials. We did butcher our chickens. I think that was 2 weeks ago, so you guys probably already knew that. Yeah, I can't think. We're planning to breed our Delaware, so we're going to start using them as our meat chickens. So that's a little bit of a new sustainable thing that we're doing. But the biggest thing I would miss in an apocalyptic scenario, honestly, is the internet. I won't be able to talk to any of you guys. I actually attempted to get a landline at the house again because I actually have a rotary phone, and the landlines, if they even have them anymore, I don't know, maybe Drops knows. Yeah, our well's pretty shallow. We have a 17-foot well, which it's never run dry. We have a very high water table here, but I have, when it's gotten really bad as far as drought goes, and we were using it to water the garden a little bit, it has spit a couple times. So I know it's gotten low. We get a good rain, it fills back up, but that's another thing that some water storage would be a good idea now that you mention it. Mama Z, Papa Z, ham radios. Yes, they actually have an Adams County ham radio club or something. So I think I've never done ham radio, but I would love to do that. Do they not have regular landlines anymore? I knew you would know. I knew you would know. When I have questions, I'm just going to ask Drops. Drops would know. So I guess they don't do traditional phone lines at all. Well, that sucks. I kind of miss the rotary phone. I used it for years in high school. I loved it. There was no star 69ing though, but that's okay. Hey, Mama Z. Maybe they have them in Texas. I'll have to check and see if they have them up here. But I do like the idea of the ham radio. That is something I've always wanted to do. So this maybe would be a good excuse to do it. Maybe I could have Matt. Matt, do you guys mess with Morse code at all in the Army? Since I know you're the only active person I know right now, I think. Maybe a couple of my clients are active, but you have a land. Okay, so those two have a landline. Hey, Matt, if you started one, maybe we can be study buddies at some point and practice. What do you think? If I get some equipment, do you want to practice? That would be awesome. I don't know if anybody else in the kindred would want to practice, but I think you and I and Donald would practice. So Drops has done aerospace, medical, and telecommunications. I've done butchering and websites. That's what I got. I will say the butchering skill, I mean, a lot of people in the homesteading community know how to do that, but it is still a useful skill to have, I think. So I'm trying to think what other skills I can learn. I know one skill I'd love to learn, and I have no skill in this at all, is like crochet or knitting or sewing. I can sew a button, and even that looks like a hot mess. So I should learn to do that. All right. Well, I will be in touch with you then, Matt. We'll figure something out. But yeah, that'd be cool. I could set that up in here, get a little tower thing or something eventually. You can kind of see it right over here. Right. I need to move this way. Okay. Right there is my typewriter, like old school typewriter from the 20s. I got to get it fixed though. There's some things wrong with it. Nephew is a butcher. He's specializing in doing small farms. That's cool. You didn't do Morse code when you were in the Army. Yeah, I don't know. Like I know Matt. Well, he's still active in the reserves or guard or something. Sorry, motorcycle. I know SOS only because of the commercials. Brillo Pad, I think. The SOS commercials. You guys remember those? That's all I know. There's actually an episode of The Office, if you guys ever watch that show. It's one of my favorite shows where the Pam and Jim learned Morse code just so that they could mess with Dwight or talk to each other. I crochet and sew a little, but can't knit and can't sew. Yeah, I can't do any of that. I do need to learn. There's only so many things I can do at one time, though. Like right now, I'm learning video editing and I'm learning Norse NFTs and a couple other things. So I just need to kind of figure out what my priority is that I want to invest in learning. Don't forget to hit thumbs up when you guys come in too. That would be awesome. I think we're pretty good on the thumbs up. I think we got 8 people in here, 7 thumbs up. So we're close to 8 thumbs up. There we go. Learn to weld. That's a good skill. Yeah, actually, there's 2 other skills I would really like to learn that would be useful for the homestead. One of them is more tanning and leatherworking. And then I kind of want to learn a little bit of woodworking. Donald knows some construction. He did construction for a while. I can put a nail in a piece of wood, but figuring out all the other stuff, no, I can't do that yet. Law enforcement alphabets. I didn't know they had an alphabet, but I guess that makes sense. I actually would like to learn another language too. So of course, just add more to my plate. You know, it's not like I am busy or anything. But I'm not sure which one I would learn as a priority. I was learning Spanish for a while, and then I switched to Swedish. And then I took a year studying Cherokee. I actually still know a good chunk of Cherokee, but even that's just going away. So I need to pick one, stick with it, study it. And then it would have to be one that Donald's interested in because that would be the person I would need to practice with. Don't feel stupid asking. NFTs are completely this brand new thing. And only 1% of the world even is in the space. So Chinese, you may need it soon considering. Yeah, I mean, Mandarin, a lot of people have said is a good one to learn, and German. But I kind of want to know something to be more worldly, but I also want to know something to be more secret. Not many people know Cherokee. So that's one of the reasons why I was learning it, but I'm not sure I remember the numbers anymore. I know how to say hello, Osio. I know how to say how are you, Dohichu. Wado means good. Hawa means like right, like Hawa. But yeah, like what's that going to do for me in conversation? Not much. I know they don't have words for, they don't have a word for goodbye. Actually, a lot of Native American words or native words don't have a word for goodbye. So stuff like that. But again, not very practical, just something fun. Your daughter should do NFT for artwork. She could probably make bank. And that's one of the things I'm interested in doing is people that are into art are really good at art because I am not. Like I'm good at some graphic design, but as far as like art, I can draw a stick figure. That's about it. But it would open up a whole new world. And it's not even just art anymore. It's people can use NFTs to sell music, which is what I'm interested in. This little guitar right here. And then concert tickets, book sales. I mean, there's so much utility in it that people are just broadening their horizons with. So Stringfield says, I watch a couple ladies who can build stuff like a chicken coop by themselves. And yes, I would love to do that. Yeah, that would be awesome. She's really good. Some of her work went to Congress when she was 15. Oh, that's exciting. You have to send me some of her work. You're not on any social media, right? Are you on Instagram? I'm trying to think of how you could send it. I guess you could email it. I'd love to see it. Hey, Donald and I are actually about to start an NFT project based on our farm. So and just to put this in a little bit of perspective, if the NFT project that we plan to launch, which is based off storybooks that we're going to be writing about the farm, if everything sells, and it's going to be 5,000 different tokens that can be purchased, if everything sells, every debt that we've ever owed, including the farm, would be paid off. So there's a lot of money wrapped up in this whole crypto universe. But again, I don't want to get too much into it. It's a topic that not a lot of homesteaders are into. I know I got Mama Z into it. She made some money on Doge when I got her to buy some. I think she made like $80. So, which is great because she's on a limited income as well. She doesn't show her work to anyone. I have to sneak around and show it. Oh, okay. That's no problem. I'm the same way with my music, though. I've had songs that I wrote in high school, well, if I can remember them, and I've never played them for people, or at least not since high school. So I know karate and 3 other Japanese words. I don't think I know any Japanese. Is sayonara, is that a Japanese word? I think so. She doesn't draw or paint much anymore. She does it all with Adobe with her sketch pad. Oh, okay. I think Donald can draw a little bit, but I don't think he can be creative when he wants to be. And I'm actually surprised he's not on. He should be on. Why is he not on while he's driving to work? So Donald's birthday's this week. So that's another thing to talk about. I got him 2 gifts. I was going to tell you guys, but I'm not going to tell you guys because one was supposed to get here tonight and it hasn't gotten here yet. And I haven't gotten a confirmation that it's coming tonight. I was going to check real quick. And then the other one's coming Tuesday. I was going to get him something else though, and I didn't because I wasn't sure it would fit him, but I told him what it was. On Amazon, they have poop emoji slippers, like house slippers. Yeah, it says running late, so they're not going to deliver that today. But I wasn't sure they'd fit him. But he said he'd wear the shit out of them. So if I can find some poop emoji slippers that would fit him, I'm going to get him some. And then I'm going to get a picture or a video of him wearing them and put them on our channel. I took karate for a while. I took 2 types of karate when I was in like middle school, early high school. I took Taekwondo, which is standard. And I took Hapkido for a little while, but I have not done either in a very long time. And my gut right now would not be conducive to it. So I got to lose a little bit of weight first. Yeah, Donald, so now I want to get Donald the poop emoji slippers, and I want to get him. I know they've got to have this because it would be dumb for them not to. Like a hat. I actually think I saw one, a poop emoji hat that kind of looks like the sorting hat from Harry Potter. So do that and then have Donald wear that for the lives. I think would be funny. I'm surprised that there's fireworks going off. I don't remember fireworks being a Labor Day thing. Isn't this year the 20-year anniversary of 9/11? That's big. Are they planning anything for that? I just realized. That sounds really close. I bet my dog's going crazy. Are y'all part of the poop troop? What's the poop troop? Yes, it is. So that's going to be an interesting day. When is the 11th? So that's Saturday. So maybe I'll have some discussion about that on Sunday after that. I don't know. Kendra was born the same year. Yeah, was 21 when all that went down. I'll DM you. Okay, awesome. Because now you got me curious what the poop troop is. That sounds right up Donald's alley. Let's just put it that way. Can you guys hear that? You probably can't through my earbuds. It's so freaking loud. I think they're done now, though. My sister was 7 when 9/11 hit. You do hear it? Okay. Going to a Homestead cookout in Kentucky this Saturday. Oh, that sounds fun. How far is Kentucky from you? Because aren't you in Indiana? Can't be that far, because I know that Kentucky's not that far from Cleveland. So yeah, it can't be that far for you. Yeah, we're not really doing anything the rest of this year, I don't think. The only thing we were going to do is try to go to Big Bear's event. And then Donald's job situation is so sketchy right now. Like he gets 1 day off a week. In August, he got 3 days off total. In September, right now, it's set 4 days off for the whole month of September. And they can't, none of them, not even the superintendents, are allowed to take time off right now. So I knew that was coming. And then if he does get this other job, 1, he still has to give a month notice. But 2, even if he didn't, we wouldn't want to take off that early of him having the job, if that makes sense. So we're not going to be able to make the Big Bear thing. Hey, Urban Bucket Homestead. Always good to see you. Heartland Homesteaders Picnic, September 11th, Grand Rivers, Kentucky. Okay. I wish we could. I think next year, depending on how everything goes with the thing, we do want to try to get to some events next year. I'm not sure which ones. I think I'm pretty much done with HOA. Even though I have a ticket for this year, I got to put this pen down so I stop waving it in y'all's face. I have the tickets for this year. I'll probably do virtual because I assume they're going to do virtual. But I don't plan to go to HOA again after this year. I want to support some of the smaller ones and ones that I feel align with my values a little more in terms of how they treat homesteaders. So you guys name it, I will try to be there. Even though HOA is the closest one to us, I think I'm pretty much done with it. That was the problem with the job. You have to go to work. Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you what, Drops. With this whole NFT thing, right now, I hate going back to the NFT thing. But if things keep going the way that they're going, then Donald and I might not have to do that. So I'll just put it that way. We'll see how things go. One in Texas would be nice. I definitely want to do the Heartland event. I think that would be a little closer to us. Homestead Life, that's in Missouri, right? I definitely want to do that one. I actually thought about trying to do one in the Northeast, although I don't think there's a lot of homesteaders here, but maybe Pennsylvania or something, we would do one at some point, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think how many homesteaders would be up this way. There's definitely 2 homesteaders in the Northeast that I wouldn't want to be there because I can't stand them. But it is what it is. You got to deal with people you can't stand. So whatever. How they might be watching right now. I think they're the ones that usually give me the thumb. Yeah, I think actually both of them are probably ones that give me thumbs down all the time, which is fine. It gives me visibility. Misty knows who I'm talking about. Homesteaders of PA is the Amish. It is the Amish. And actually, Lancaster might be a really good place to do it, now that I'm thinking about it. And I bet you I could get some to go. I have an uncle who runs a motorsports park over near Lancaster. And it's been around forever. They actually showed, someone was wearing a t-shirt from it in that maybe the Witness with Harrison Ford, which was, I think, based in Lancaster. Big Amish community there. Like that is our Amish area, whereas Ohio has their Amish area. Like there's the 2 big ones in the country. But yeah, I wonder if I could get them to go. don't know. They might. I don't know. We have a lot of Mennonites around here too, so they would probably be interested. And I know they'd want to sell stuff. I've got some Mennonite friends here in the county, and they sell so many flowers and vegetables every year. We always buy from them. I love buying from them, so I know they would be interested. Tell you what, Mennonites, they are slick business people. So are the Amish, slick business people. I love that about them. But so yeah, new job for Donald. We are making some really good money in the NFT crypto space. My business is doing really well right now. I'm a little behind on things though. Things have been a little hectic the last 2 weeks, but really looking forward to a job transition for Donald. I definitely plan to get a video out this week. I did start one. I was hoping to get it done by yesterday, but that didn't happen. Just a general vlog. And Dad's doing well. Nobody's sick. I will say that Dad, I guess he's been thinking about end of life stuff lately. And, you think of it. I used to think of it, and I still think of it every now and then. But he went ahead and decided he didn't want to have any kind of like viewing or ceremony when he passes. And my family is very much ceremony oriented. Like, we make a big deal out of everything, which is part of our drama, I guess. So he went around and told his sisters that he did not want to have any kind of viewing or shindig or anything when he passes, and that did not go over well. But he felt like he was obligated to tell them, because if I did that without them knowing ahead of time that that's what he wanted, the amount of ousting that would happen would be like threat level midnight. It would be bad. So he did that to protect me, I think. But now I have to figure out, well, if Dad doesn't want to have any kind of viewing when he passes, what can I do? I think some kind of digital memorial would be something that I could do. I definitely thought about going ahead and writing his eulogy now while I'm not bawling my eyes out. And it's a difficult topic to talk about it, even think about, but it's so necessary. So I'm glad he's thinking about it. And at least I'm hoping he's not thinking about it like, oh, it's going to be soon, but more like, okay, I just need to be prepared for when it does eventually happen. I just hope it's not like a depression thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Dad's always been of the mindset, and this is why I think he's doing it, where if you don't visit him while he's alive, and nobody ever comes to visit him, which pisses me off like crazy. But he had so many friends, growing up, and he was just the social butterfly, and nobody ever comes to visit anymore. He's like, if they're not going to visit me while I'm alive, then they don't need to visit me while I'm dead. Which I understand, but it's still very sad when you think about it. You know what I mean? Lost your dad in January and mom in October, like this past year. Man, that's close together too. I actually don't know where my mom's at. I don't even know if she's alive, to be honest. That relationship is very poor. And I don't think I've ever talked about it specifically, because I think if she saw me talking about it, she would cause a lot of drama. So Mama Z says, I've asked my folks to let me and my brother know what they want so we don't have to fight over it. Yeah. And usually get it in paper. Like Dad has a book that we're supposed to fill out. And I guess I need to sit down with him and do that. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's a good thing to be open and discuss with people. Like, he wants to be cremated, which is good because that saves a lot of money. And I'm a huge proponent of not doing things that are worse for the environment. And mass graveyards are bad for the environment, and they take up land that we don't need to spend money. They're highly expensive, and there's no guarantee that they're upkept. There was huge drama here in Gettysburg 2 or 3 years ago because there's this, and you could probably just Google it. There's this graveyard called Oak Lawn Cemetery, and the owner was not upkeeping at all, and was pocketing like future grave site purchases and then was not giving them their grave sites. So they actually went to jail. So it was a big drama. But that's something you risk if you have, you know, a grave site. There are graveyards that are shady like that. They exist. I had them here. So cremation, possibly a little memorial. I know where he wants me to spread his ashes. So it's going to be a nice little hike for Donald and I. I think we'll make like a picnic day out of it to do it because it's at the old farm. I've already talked to the owners of the old farm and they're cool with it, which is great. It was actually the farm that his parents raised all the kids on. So, and then I'll probably keep some in like a little urn, put a little bit here on the property here. And I definitely want to save some because Donald and I intend to have a bigger farm eventually as our forever home. This is not our forever home, but I want to make sure I have ashes to keep Dad there as well. So we'll have some to take there. And I'll probably have a little stone thing. What do you call them? It's kind of a tombstone, I guess, that I can take with me back to the new farm or to the new farm as well. So I'm thinking through it. Like I know Dad doesn't, when we were first talking about it, he's like, I don't want to be in any kind of suit. I want Elvis music playing. But now that he's getting cremated and he doesn't want a thing, I have to get creative with what I do. Honestly, I think the best thing I could do is create a digital memorial for him that I can utilize to create his story and then turn that into a book later on, because there's a lot of drama in that family history that I think just needs to be out there. And so that he's not just like lost to the wind, if that makes sense, because you don't want to be lost to the wind. So Drop says, yeah, it was last year and this year. Wow. How did I not know that? You and I have been YouTube friends for a while now, and I did not know that. I apologize. I am a sucky YouTube friend, apparently. Sorry. Drop says, luckily we don't fight over stuff in my family. Boy, let me tell you, my family is the worst. Just a sample. So my grandfather, my dad's dad, died when I was 12 years old, so 1992. And for some reason, this was my first grandparent that died. So I was an emotional wreck because I'd never had someone that was close to me die before. So I went to the viewing, but I couldn't go in the building. I was so distraught, like a 12-year-old just bawling my eyes out in the truck. So I stayed in the truck. And I'm glad I didn't go in because what I heard happened inside just like I feel like I would be traumatized for life. So my family has always fought on Dad's side. They're the men have anger management issues. The women have depression issues. And I probably have some of that depression, like inherited or whatever. But because the siblings didn't get along, I know that the youngest brother and the oldest brother got into a fist fight in front of the casket. And then the oldest brother's son and one of the middle brothers got into it. So there's two fist fights going on simultaneously in front of my grandfather's casket at his viewing. And my dad had to jump in and try to break this up. But I'm like, this is like the worst possible time that you could be doing this when I heard about it. And so there's all kinds of like theft in the family from each other, fist fights in the family from each other. I mean, I guess the only thing that's not on our list of checkoffs is like murder. So there's that, but it's not good. I tell you what, I do intend to put all of this stuff in storybook form at some point, but it's probably not going to be released until after that generation is gone, because then murder might be added to that list. I don't know. Mama Z says, I don't fight with my brother, but he has money and knows it. He and his wife think I'm dirt under their feet. Yeah, don't accept that at all. Money does not make the quality of a person at all. There are some shady rich people out there. Epstein. So we got 15 minutes left. I did pick a channel of the week. I didn't get a chance to make a banner, but I am going to throw their name out here. It's also in the description. So we got a new member last week, which I'm excited about. Again, I'm going to send all of the members a free issue of Herbal Essentials magazine, probably tomorrow. So you guys will get that. I'm going to collect your emails and send out a newsletter as well, which will have some more cool stuff in it for herbs and all of that. But Nana's Menagerie, which is Two Family Homestead's other channel, became a new member last week. So I wanted to give her a shout out. I actually want a cookbook on her channel like 4 months ago. So if you could throw her some love. She is still recovering from her hospital visit, but she's getting better every day. And this is going to be more of like homesteading related items, less talk show interview techie stuff like Two Family, that channel is. So more cooking and gardening. Plus it's Sherry. Everybody freaking loves Sherry. So give her some love. She's got 495 subs. I'm sure most of you in here already probably do sub to her, but if you do not, I'd love to see her get to 500. So feel free to give her some love. I was trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about tonight. Did you guys have any questions for us about what we got going on? I can't think of much else. I just know I got to get out some videos. And actually, I was looking at what I had planned for August and completely failed at. So I'm just going to throw that into, keep it in my little planner here, into September. But I'm going to do the elderberry profile. We're going to put a vlog out this week. Donald's supposed to do a video on 5 ways to tell if you have poor soil. I'm going to do another recipe video. And then I'm thinking I actually have a holiday surprise that I'm working on for October is when I want to get that one out. So I might start on that one here soon. But it's to prepare you guys for the holidays. It's a cool little crafting thing that I wanted to do for the holidays. So that's what's going on in September. Actually, right now, I think tomorrow what I'm going to do, I was going to do it today and I didn't, is our grapes are ready to be picked. And actually, they've been ready to be picked for about a week now. So I need to get to it before all of the birds get to them. And do you guys remember the meme I posted on Instagram and Facebook about that bowl that was used for popcorn and then also used for vomit from like the 80s? This bowl, I don't have the lid for it anymore, but this was a bowl that I grew up with in the 80s. And this is essentially what it was used for. I mean, we used it for popcorn. And then it's the biggest bowl we had growing up that you would use it to catch vomit. I mean, it legit was true. That was like the most truest meme that ever memed. So I'm going to be using this to gather grapes tomorrow. But I thought that was funny that I actually had that same bowl that was in that meme that apparently a lot of other people had. I still have some of my Tupperware. You know, I would rather have this. I'd rather have Pyrex or glass. Like that's what I go for now. But some of the new plastic, the ones that you put like spaghetti in and it turns orange and stuff, like this stuff was legit. The stuff that you get now doesn't even compare. Do they even do Tupperware parties anymore? Is it even Tupperware? I don't know. But this stuff was legit. I mean, I'm 40 years old. Like, it's been at least that long. So you can't beat Tupperware. I tell you what, I do want to start. I have some Pyrex bowls. I wouldn't mind getting some of the blue ones. I have a couple of the like casserole bowls with the blue flowers, but I'd like to get some blue Pyrex bowls at some point. They do? Okay. Tupperware would be interesting. Like I try not to use plastic. I will say I try not to use plastic anymore. I'll hold on to plastic until it's no longer usable anymore, but I do try to stick to glass now just because, well, one, it doesn't stain as easily. But again, we try to be sustainable. Plastic is not as sustainable, I don't think. I like glass, so I kind of stick to that. Who else we got in here? I'm still surprised Donald didn't hop in. Haven't seen the parties, but I've seen them set up at events and flea markets. Do you know if it's the same quality? Because you know how they always like, we're going to relaunch this product, but it's going to be less quality than we remember. Drop says, my mom used to do Tupperware. I don't know if my mom ever did Tupperware. I'm trying to think if she ever did. I don't think so. I never got into any of those either. Like someone tried to get me into Pampered Chef, and that would probably be the only one I would be in, Pampered Chef, but I'm just not interested in having parties. And I don't like, because it always feels like a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Like, well, you got to invite some friends and you got to sell this much. And I'm like, no, I'll just sell some websites. I will say, though, one of the big changes I made in my business recently is I'm going to start accepting crypto as a form of payment. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm kind of in the process of redesigning my website and then figuring out payment accounts, setting that up to accept crypto. So your wife did Avon. My dad used to buy, it was surprisingly, my dad used to buy Avon. Like you don't think of it as an old farmer, but he liked some of the decorations. What was that magazine that we used to get? Harriet Carter. Do you guys remember that? I used to love to get those. They had all these weird products. Is it Harriet Carter? Harriet. I think it is. Yeah, do you guys remember those? Those were so fun. And then, of course, you had like the Sears wish books. I think that's what they were called in the 80s. Yeah, Harriet Carter, here it is. So they had the Sears wish books. And there's a couple other magazines like Harriet Carter where you would get just these weird products and stuff. I used to love them, though. Very QVC-ish. She would sell at the flea markets in Georgia. Okay. Yeah, Mama Z sells Avon. No problem, fishes. It's a holiday weekend. I wasn't expecting this to be a big live. I thought you did Mary Kay for some reason, Mama Z. What am I thinking? I don't know. And then you got doTERRA is another one that's kind of the same thing. See, apparently Harriet Carter's still out there, but maybe they're all digital now. I was trying to think, what are the other ones? I've never sold Avon. I know a couple Mary Kay sellers, though. Mail order catalogs. I guess that's what they're called, right? Mail order catalogs. I swear there was another one I was thinking of. Is Mary Kay pretty expensive? I was looking at this list of all these mail order catalogs. I don't know most of these. So, yeah, my makeup I get at Dollar General. Dollar General, I will tell you this, Dollar General has the best eyeliner. It goes on smooth. It's dark. I wear a lot of black eyeliner, which you guys can kind of see. So I just get that. That and I don't really wear a lot of makeup. Like I don't wear any foundation. I might wear a little bit of eyeshadow, but it's more like a skin tone with like a little shimmer to it. And then mascara and eyeliner, and that's it. Occasionally I'll throw on lipstick, but it comes off when I drink coffee, so I don't even know what's the point. And sometimes I'll put it on and then I'll kiss Court on the forehead, so you get a little kiss mark. And then sometimes I'll tackle Donald when he's not looking, so I'll just smear red all over his face. But that's what lipstick's useful for me. Fishes and Loaves says, I suck at selling to people unless I work where they come to me. I did Young Living too, but mostly for the. I am the same way. I am great at what I do. I'm confident at what I do. I'm good at what I do, except for the selling part. I can't, like, to me, I know that my skills are good at what I do, but me trying to convince someone to do it, because I'm just like, well, if you don't want it, then don't freaking get it. I don't care. I'm not pushy. Let's put it that way. That's what it is. I feel like I'm not pushy enough to be a salesperson. Either that, or I'm not creative enough to figure out the sell. I don't know. But I'm very personable, and I think that is what sells my business a lot, is that I can have conversations with people, and I try to learn about them ahead of time. I'll look them up on LinkedIn. I'll look them up on Facebook. I'll figure out what they're into. I'll come early. Like this one time I went to a pizzeria to sell them. I came early, and I learned pretty much their whole family history because it was all plastered all over their wall in frames before the meeting, like that kind of stuff. Like I try to make sure I have points to talk about, but I'm not pushy. I can't sell. People, when I sell, it's because people see the quality of my work and they know that I know what I'm doing. But if someone's on the fence, I'm probably not going to sell them because I don't care. I really don't care. Drop says, when wife passed, I just wholesaled everything to people that she would sell next to her table. Stuff went fast. Aw. Fish and lives. I also don't want my friends feeling like I made them customers overnight. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you're just starting out, it's almost like you have to rely on your friends and family to get started. And, you know, I'll support people if it's something I really want. Like Girl Scout cookies, I'll buy some Girl Scout cookies. Like shove them down my throat. Please take my money. Or I remember for a while, I don't know if they even do these anymore, but the chocolate bars that you used to get in the sales for kids stuff, like fundraisers, some of the best chocolate for some reason. I don't understand why. Like, what is that chocolate? What's different there? I think it started with a W. Maybe one of you guys know. Some kind of chocolate started with a W that was for fundraising. And then I kind of love the popcorn and the meat baskets. What are they called? The bologna logs and the mustards. I'm weird, but I love meat and mustard. So if you come to me to buy some of them, I'm like, here, take my money. I like meat and mustard. So Girl Scout cookies are hard to ignore. I have not had any in a couple years. I will say that, but it's mostly because I don't know anybody that sells it. And if they say online, does anybody want the cookies? I don't respond because I know if I did, I would buy some. But if someone came to me and asked me to buy some, I would probably buy some. Drops it, or Strinker says, I bought so much dang chocolate that one year. I made my kids take it back to school and tell them my mom said no. Chocolate is a weakness for me. Chocolate and cheese and meat, I think, are my three weaknesses. Yeah, what were those chocolate bars called? I can't remember. Hickory Farms, yes. The Hickory Farm stuff. Does anybody do that stuff anymore? It's all like fundraiser stuff, right? Why is the fundraiser stuff so good? And why can't I just like fundraise for myself and eat it all? Like, can I do that? Can I just buy it from myself and make money while eating chocolate and meat and mayonnaise, or not mayonnaise, mustard? Is that a thing? $1 a bar. Yes. What were those? All right, hold on. I'm going to search for this. Chocolate fundraising bars. World's Finest Chocolate. Is that it? Let's look at the logo. It might be it. If I think I would recognize the logo. Well, they rebranded it, looked like. I want to say this is it, though. I think this is it. I want to say it's this one. Here. It's not like trying to copy the image and throw the image up. But I think that's the link. A bit high for a bar back then. Yeah, these are $1 each. 60 bars. You buy it for $36. You sell for $1 each, I guess. So for each box, you're making 44 bucks. No, not 44. My math's off. Is it 24? So I could just buy a box for $36 then. And just sit here and stare at it and eat one and get fat. So there you go. We solved that problem. I'll tell you what, we're talking about Girl Scout cookies and HOAs. That one meme that was out when Colorado first legalized marijuana and that Girl Scout was camped out front selling Girl Scout cookies. Brilliant. Entrepreneurial genius. You better order 10 boxes right now. I tell you what, I wouldn't mind going downtown and being like one of those, what are those people called that are at a baseball game and they're just selling popcorn and stuff? Like I could just walk around downtown with this and be like $1 a bar. I feel like that would work. Rebranded the colors. Yeah, I think this had the good chocolate, but what kind of chocolate is it? I tell you, my favorite chocolate is European chocolate though. Even though I live in Pennsylvania and we have, sorry, my lipsticks. We have Hershey. Hershey's 2 hours away, but this stuff in European chocolate, that's the good stuff. I'm going to get us all addicted to chocolate again. You know what'll happen? We're going to go to Homesteading Life Conference. I'm going to buy a couple of these. You're going to see, you'll recognize me by the tray of chocolate that I'm trying to sell. So there you go. I'm trying to remember which one was my favorite though. I don't know, maybe it's just the regular milk chocolate bars or the caramel bars. You need to sell one cig at a time. You can get tased and taken down. What are we talking about? Cigs? So yeah. I actually think that would be quite brilliant. I would love to see someone do this. Bring some of these to one of these homesteading conferences. Buy like 4 boxes and see if you can sell them all. And if you can't, then go to the community farmers market the next week or something. I don't know. But take a kid with you. Because they'll be like, why are you selling kids fundraiser chocolate bars? Well, here's my kid. They're cute. You can't ignore them. So anyway, so it's 10 o'clock. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know it was a very low-key live. I almost didn't go live, but I didn't go live last week because I was working so much. But I am going to get back to work tonight. So making a joke with that guy that was selling 1 cigarette at a time. Oh, yeah. So I am going to end it at 10. We try to keep to an hour regardless, just so that we're monopolizing you guys' time or anything. We try to be respectful of that. So look for another video this week. And I am going to start doing the lives again every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And at least Donald will be back soon. It might be a month, but he will be back because of work changes. So I'm looking forward to that and we might be back in the living room. I don't know. We might be able to fit another chair over here for him. We'll see. So thank you guys. Take care. I will see you next weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe and just hit me up if you have any questions anytime. I'm always on social media, so it's always easy to reach me. So see you guys soon. Thanks so much.